Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Now, according to the Supreme Court, we are being told that court has come out to reaffirm the LGBTQ right to association. That this is now the right in accordance to the ruling that was given initially. It was Peter KALUMA, the Member of Parliament, according to the Supreme Court, that he was late when it comes to the appealing the case. Or rather, when you look at the decision that has been made, according to Honorable George Peter KALUMA, after coming out to try to stop this law that is going to be put on place to ensure that LGBTQ, they're going to have the right to association across the Republic of Kenya. Peter KALUMA is saying this. The Supreme Court has dismissed our application seeking a review of the court's past judgment importing homosexuality / LGBTQ into Kenya. The court has disregarded the substance / merits of the application and proceeded on the technicality that I was not a party to earlier proceedings. That is what we're being told. That now the case of Peter KALUMA, when it comes to the case that was rendered by the court, initially by the judges, Peter KALUMA had come out to try to stop this right of association as the way it was given, or rather the judgment was given by the court initially. But now, what is the decision as per the Supreme Court? Is that we are being told that the Supreme Court has reaffirmed the LGBTQ right to associate. The law that was signed in Uganda is not in Kenya. That is what we are being told. The laws that has been signed in Uganda is not in Kenya. Now, what is going to be the response of William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya? What is the response that is going to be when it comes to Mama Rachel Ruto? Because initially, after this judgment came out, William Ruto said something that was very crucial. He said that this country is a country of God. We cannot accept anything that is going to be contrary to our culture. That Africa, especially Kenya, has their own culture. You cannot come out to impose your culture to a certain culture so that they can follow, so that you can assist them or fund them. But now, there's something that is creating a lot of conversation across the Republic of Kenya. Was it that now there's a collaboration with some individuals in the government of William Ruto that came out saying that now, because we have association with certain country that support this right of association of LGBTQ, and they are supporting us, funding us in various projects, and they are investors in the Republic of Kenya, we cannot come out to offend them. That is literally whatever is happening. We cannot offend some people or individuals because they are funding us, they are supporting us. So to maintain that support and funding, we should not stop their culture into our country. Uganda came out signing a law against that team. But that team is now facing a very kind of hectic moment in Uganda. Which, when you look at the law that Museveni signed, it was that if any case you're going to be found doing that or practicing or associating yourself, then you're committing a crime. But after the law that was signed by Yoweri Museveni, you are being told that the World Bank, through certain country, came out cutting off their funding, or rather their support in Uganda. But now, the response that came from the president, Yoweri Museveni, was that We are not going to adopt any culture. We have our culture, and we are going to respect our culture. If truly you're going to cut this because we have signed a law against your culture, then we are okay. You cannot come out to support us. At the same time, you want to exploit us. That is what Yoweri Museveni said. But now when it comes to our country, Kenya, it seems like certain leaders, they have been squeezed in a certain corner, that you must not speak about this group. And that is why there was a day that Peter KALUMA said that he was passing a very kind of frustration and blackmail because he came out talking about the group. But all in all, when you look at even the court judgment, this was also a question that Kenyans came out asking the judiciary. That are you imposing us to, or are you forcing us to be imposed to a certain culture by force? Or what is your agenda? Your agenda is to ensure that this community is going to spread across the Republic of Kenya. And that is what Kenyans asked the judiciary, because it was the judiciary that came out saying, and even they have come out to give their ruling today again, reaffirming that the LGBTQ community has right to association, that it is like a human right, that you cannot go against the human right. That is whatever is happening. So, but this is just a kind of worst things that might be in our country. Because we have our culture, because we have our culture, we cannot come out to defend our culture. If you defend your culture, you are being stopped to be funded. They will come out to say that now we are parting ways. We are not good friends. A good friend should not come out to impose certain culture into you. You imagine for now, if several countries could have come out and impose different cultures into our country, which kind of culture could have been good as we speak now? Because everyone has their culture. We as Africans, we as Kenyans, and Africa, we have our culture. You cannot come out to tell us because certain group is emerging, we have no right to come out to tell our people that this is the wrong direction. We have the right direction here. And that is why, as we speak now, William Ruto is not going to talk about that. You will not see William Ruto talking about that. People will just make noise. People will just talk, but you will keep quiet. The same to Mama Rachel Ruto. I think it is high time for them to come out telling us the truth. What are their stands? Because as the leaders leading this country, they must also come out to say no. But again, at the same time, the judiciary has come out to reaffirm their ruling. What can we do? Even when it comes to the appeal that was given by Peter KALUMA, the member of parliament of Homa Bay Town constituency, is being rejected. So this is the kind of tactics that now is rendering us into a kind of hectic moment. But as far as we are concerned, again, I don't think if this is going to be, because even Mutahi Ngunyi is saying this. On LGBTQ, the country must have the tolerance of choice. Take it or leave it. But on NGO accountability, these are organizations who have power but no accountability. Big Bro, Makau Mutua, which point do you disagree with? No theories. That is what Mutahi Ngunyi is saying. So I think Kenya Kwanza government also must come out to tell us the reality. Because Kenya are asking, are we legalizing this community, LGBTQ? Is it our right? It is not a crime for me, but we have our culture. I think those who are in this team should not be stoned to death, or rather they should not be killed. But again, they should be reminded about our culture. This is not our culture. It is so strange to us. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to speak more about that. It was just a news update. Please give your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video.